Hi, my name is Phil Palombi. I'm a New York City bass player. I play acoustic bass and electric bass, and I use Analysis Plus cables exclusively. How did I discover Analysis Plus? Well, it was a rehearsal in Manhattan, and a guitar player walks up to me. I was playing this bass. I was playing an old, funky, vintage Fender with flat wounds, and the guitar player walks over to me on the session and says, "Hey, nice cable you got there." I was playing some who should not to be named off-brand cable but I thought was a good cable. I paid a lot of money for it. I know cables are important, and I spend money on this cable. So I was a little skeptical when he walks over to me and says, "Hey, you should check out this cable. It's made by a company called Analysis Plus." And I rolled my eyes inwardly and said, "Okay, fine, let me check it out." And he hands me this cable, and it's just, as you can see, it's the yellow oval cable. And the first thing I thought, being a New Yorker, was, "Oh, cool, looks like a New York City taxi cab." I plug it in and was not prepared for the transformation that my Fender bass took. It was, the only way to describe it was, my previous cable I thought sounded good. When I plugged in the Analysis Plus cable, it was like somebody lifted earmuffs off of my head. That's the only way I could describe it. When I plugged in the Analysis Plus, somebody pulled a blanket off of my amplifier, and all of a sudden I heard more of the instrument, more of the wood. It wasn't that the cable changed the sound of the bass, it was just that the cable got out of the way and the amp got out of the way, and I felt like, wow, I could probably name what kind of strings I have now. There's that much detail, there's so much more information. When I started checking out the company, after I became an endorser, I realized that, oh, they do speaker cables, home stereo stuff, RCA cables, turntable tone arm cables and such. So I started checking those out, and oh my goodness, that was it. I have 2 stereos in my house, and every single cable in both stereos is outfitted with Analysis Plus, and I can't believe the difference it made in my home stereo. And of course, as a professional musician, the most important thing to me is having all the Analysis Plus cables everywhere in my signal chain. I have the power cables on my amplifiers. I use the yellow oval cables everywhere. My pedal board, of course, my 1/4-inch guitar cables. XLR, on the acoustic bass, I use a microphone exclusively, so I use the XLR cables there. And I always make sure I have a spare, though I've never needed one because they seem to be indestructible. I am Phil Palombi, and I endorse this commercial. Swing by a gig sometime. You can check out the cables.